Hey, Robbie, it was pro day today. Do you think you could go pro in anything?
I'm not sure, but certainly nothing to do with running.
Ouch. Sports Scene starts now. Some of Troy's brightest stars got to shine today at Pro Day. Welcome to Sports Scene. I'm Anwar Stetson.
And I'm Robbie Aronson. Players on both sides of the ball participated in the 40-yard dash, lifting, and other drills at Pro Day. Let's take a look at the offense.
Lineman Chuma Edoga was the only offensive Trojan invited to participate at the NFL Combine in Indy 2 weeks ago. He ran a 4.19 40 and had 21 reps on the bench. And today he felt very confident in his performance, so let's hear what he had to say.
Showing the guys I can move, use my feet, show them I can put on some weight, get bigger, get stronger in the weight room, and just overall hard worker. I feel like I did pretty good. You know, I had already went to the Senior Bowl and the Combine, so this is just the last check of the box to finish it off. I feel like I had an advantage because I pretty much already went through all the drills and stuff like that, so just the second time through.
Trojan running back Cedric Ware was looking to make a big impression to scouts during his Pro Day. Unlike Edoga, Ware wasn't invited to participate in the NFL Combine, but today at Pro Day, he got to show scouts why he was an integral part of the Trojan backfield.
Yeah, he was a part of that three-headed monster running back with Malapaya and Carr, which limited his carries. So now hopefully this Pro Day showed scouts why he can impact an NFL team.
And wrapping up the offense was Tyler Petit, who started for the first time in his senior year. Petit didn't have a huge impact during his Trojan career, but he at least got a chance to show scouts why he's special.
Well, that's it for the offense. Let's send it to Natalie and Chloe for their take on the Trojan defensive players.
Thanks, Anwar. USC had a lot of defensive players showcasing their skills this morning. A few were invited to the Combine: Porter Gustin, Amon Marshall, Marvell Tell, and Cameron Smith.
But there were a few others, Ajane Harris, Isaiah Langley, and more that were hoping to impress the scouts at Pro Day. Chloe, what were some major takeaways from the defensive performances?
Let's start with USC linebacker Cameron Smith. Smith performed better at the Combine than Pro Day today. He seemed calm and collected, telling scouts that if they were unhappy with his numbers from today, then they should look at his performance at the Combine.
He talked to us earlier today about his knowledge of the game and how that sets him apart in the draft.
Yeah, I just think that being in Clancy's defense for the last 3 years has really set me up to learn a lot and to be able to walk into to camp and pick things up quickly. So that's definitely the strong side of who I am. I think that I'm productive and instinctual, but the mental part of it for me is what I think sets myself apart from everyone else.
USC football veteran Porter Gustin felt at home today, putting up better numbers than he did at the Combine. This past season at USC, Gustin suffered from an ankle injury in October that cut his USC career short. But you can see here from the drills he did earlier today that he seems agile, healthy, and pretty much back to normal.
He addresses his previous injuries and whether or not that will impact his draft stock and future in the NFL.
I think most teams just want to know if I'm healthy, kind of where I'm at with that and what's going on with the ankle and the past injuries, and they're trying to see if I'm if I'm injury prone or if it's just kind of like freak injuries and what's going on with it. So the best part about it is they've both been bone injuries. Bones take a while to heal, but they heal and they heal back 100%.
Former USC cornerback Amon Marshall had a big smile on his face, just happy to have the opportunity to play the game. He has been training hard since the Combine, hoping to impress scouts and improve his stats.
This morning, he addressed the frequently asked question of whether or not he could transition from corner to safety and spoke about his ability to be versatile on the field.
My ability to move around, versatility, show that I can play corner, nickel, safety all around the field. Lot of the times I actually only played corner. So I just wanted to show my versatility and my ability to play all over the field. So you need a lot of safeties and corners that can play in the box, that can play upfield, because you got a lot of quick tight ends and stuff like that. So it's just helping me as a player, helping me with the knowledge, the schematics-wise of the whole game. So I'm happy for it.
It's hard to say where these guys will go in the draft, but it seems unlikely they will be picked before the third round.
Hopefully their performances today improve their stock. Now let's toss it to Taylor with more on Jake Olson, former USC snapper, today at Pro Day.
Arguably USC's biggest star at Pro Day was blind long snapper Jake Olson. But Jake's goal was a little different. Instead of looking to impress the scouts, Jake's focus was raising money for cancer research. With each rep Jake bench pressed, he raised over $2,000 for the treatment of retinoblastoma, the cancer that took his eyesight at age 12. He completed a total of 17 reps, totaling over $47,000. Despite being blind, Jake earned his spot on the USC football team and continues to serve as an inspiration to sports fans everywhere.
I guess I just always was kind of that person who said, you know, this is my situation, I'm going to find a way. And trust me, there's days where I get sad and mad about being blind. There's times where I do feel left out, you know, but I'm grateful for what I do have. And, you know, there's so much to be grateful for, so many blessings in my life that, you know, I don't choose to dwell on the one thing I don't have, which is my eyesight.
A young boy battling retinoblastoma was there to watch his hero, and also ESPN reporter Shelly Smith was in attendance, who's been following Jake's journey since he was 12.
He has hope now because of Jake raised close to $50,000 today with his 17 pushes, and now this little Liam has hope of seeing again because they're advancing the cure, and he's on his way to an incredible career as a speaker, as a golfer, whatever he wants to do. Jake is going to accomplish it, but he's already overwhelmed with all the off-field activities that they have him doing.
It'll be exciting to continue to follow Jake's journey after USC. And now we're going to toss it over to Daniel to talk a little bit about Trojan history.
364 days, and we are here once again. That's right. It has been nearly 1 year since that rainy March afternoon where USC quarterback Sam Darnold had the pro day of all pro days, and everyone thought he was going to be a Cleveland Brown. Boy, how things do turn out. 6 Trojans participated in last year's pro day. The participants included receiver Steven Mitchell, receiver Deontay Burnett, safety Chris Hawkins, outside linebacker Uchenna Nwosu, running back Ronald Jones, and yes, Darnold himself. All the Trojans did well on that wet day, but no one shined more than Darnold, who connected on multiple 50 to 60-yard deep throws, dampening concerns on his deep throwing ability. Major outlets afterwards predicted Darnold was a for-sure lock on the #1 pick. Darnold was eventually picked 3rd by the New York Jets and has since impressed, and his future seems bright, with superstar running back Le'Veon Bell joining him recently via a free agency. Since last year's pro day, Jones was drafted by the Buccaneers and scored his first rushing touchdown in a Week 7 matchup against the Browns. Mitchell went undrafted and is currently playing for the Houston Texans. Burnett is now Darnold's teammate in New York. Carson native Uchenna Nwosu, now a Charter, has shown signs of promise. As for Hawkins, he has since become a USC grad assistant. This year's pro day featured the likes of linebackers Cameron Smith and Porter Gustin. A lot can change over the span of a year. We here at Anarbic Meter only wish this year's pro days participants the best in their future football endeavors. That's all I have on retrospectives for now. Robbie, Anwar, back to you.
The men's basketball team will not be participating in postseason play after losing to Washington in the second round of the Pac-12 tournament.
USC struggled to gain traction all season, constantly dealing with distractions and injuries. With a 16-17 record, the Trojans had to win the conference tournament to make their way to the big dance. Those dreams came to an end against the Huskies after the Trojans defeated Arizona in the first round. Trojans missed out on an automatic bid, and their season resume was not strong enough to make the NIT. The players discussed the end of their season and Benny Boatwright and Shaquan Aaron's Trojan careers.
All these guys, coaching staff, believed in me, and I appreciate it. I cherish all the times I had in my 4 years here.
The Trojans were just one of the many disappointing teams from the Pac-12 that threatened to become the first Power 5 conference this year to place just one team in the NCAA tournament. However, the conference surprised by getting 3 teams in the big dance following Oregon's upset victory over Washington in the conference championship game.
Yeah, the Ducks are a 12 seed and face Wisconsin in the first round. Washington has the highest ranking of any Pac-12 team, coming in as the 9 seed in the Midwest region. The Huskies face Utah State in the opening round. Finally, Arizona State is the first Pac-12 team to play, as the Sun Devils take on St. John's tonight in Dayton as part of the first 4. Right now, I have Duke winning it all. I believe that Zion Williamson is the best basketball prospect since Anthony Davis, and that he will carry the Blue Devils to the finish line. Robert, back to you.
Thanks, Aiden. And in spirit of Pro Day, we have had some of our members run some of the Pro Day drills that they do today, so let's take a look at that.
This is Pro Day on Sports.
3, 2, 1.
No track. Hey, Anwar, how'd those drills go for you?
I think they went pretty well, but I didn't see your drills, Rob.
Well, I ran a 5:15 40-yard dash. I'd say that's about what I expected.
Robbie, is that all you're going to say about it? I don't think you're telling us the full story here.
Well, what do you mean, bro?
Well, I don't think your 40 was as smooth sailing as you're making it out to be. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, why you gotta do me like that?
Look at this. Look. Blam! Oh man! Oh my goodness!
That hurt a lot.
You having a relationship with the brick there? You guys are beautiful together, I think.
Yeah, that definitely hurt a lot.
Rip Art Robbie Aronson, 1998 to 2019.
Well, you know what, Anwar? I think there's a reason. There's a reason why I'm a sports reporter as opposed to playing in the actual games here. I don't think I'm capable of doing that.
It's all right, Rob. It'll only be on the internet now for everyone to see forever.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Scene and watching my epic fail.
You can watch us on Facebook at AnnenbergMedia.com and Twitter at AnnenbergMediaSports. We'll see you next week.